Welcome back. Today we're driving into the future. Today, we're diving into something that blends nostalgia with modern-day innovation at the all-new 2026 Chevy Bel Air. It's not just a revival, it's a full-blown reimagination of one of America's most legendary nameplates. Now, let's rewind for just a second. The Chevy Bel Air was once the crown jewel of Chevrolet's lineup as the quintessential 1950s American car. It was stylish, chrome-heavy, and instantly recognizable, whether you remember it for its sweeping tail fins or for the rumble of its V8 engine. The Bel Air was a cultural icon, and for decades, fans have been asking, will it ever return? Well, it's back. But it's not exactly what we were expecting. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. The 2026 Chevy Bel Air isn't retro-styled coupe with tail fins and two-tone paint, though it definitely pays homage to that history. Instead, Chevy has gone bold. They've taken the spirit of the original Bel Air and infused it into a sleek, modern electric fastback. That's right, the new Bel Air is fully electric. At first glance, it's clear that this isn't just a reskin of another GM platform. The design language is unique. The front end features a wide, sweeping grille area with LED lighting that outlines the classic Chevy V emblem. The profile is long and low, with just enough curve to hint at the Bel Air's vintage roots. Flush door handles, sculpted side panels, and a floating roof design all contribute to a futuristic but elegant appearance. And the rear? That's where things get interesting. There's a modern interpretation of the tail fin, a subtle, integrated into the bodywork, and illuminated with a full-width LED light bar. It's a tasteful nod to the past, not a carbon copy. Underneath all that design is GM's latest Ultium F platform, the same scalable architecture powering everything from the Silverado F to the Cadillac Lyriq. For the Bel Air, Chevy's gone with the dual-motor all-wheel drive setup as standard. The base model pumps out around 410 horsepower, while the Performance SS trim cranks things up to an estimated 580 horsepower, with 0-60 miles per hour coming in just under 4 seconds. That puts it squarely in the league of high-performance electric sedans like the Tesla Model S and the Lucid Air. But performance isn't everything. The 2026 Bel Air is also about comfort and presence. Chevy calls it a Grand Touring F, and once you step inside, that philosophy makes perfect sense. The cabin is spacious and luxuriously trimmed, with real metal accents, ambient lighting, and vegan leather seating. The dashboard is clean and minimalist, dominated by a single curved LED display that runs from behind the steering wheel to the center of the dash. This screen controls everything: navigation, media, vehicle settings, and climate. It even offers customizable themes that subtly reference the classic Bel Air, like a digital recreation of the original speedometer design. Chevy's also taken inspiration from classic American cruisers when it comes to seating comfort. The front seats are wide and heavily cushioned, with optional massaging and heating, cooling functions. Rear passengers aren't left out either, as the Bel Air offers impressive legroom and an optional executive package with reclining rear seats and a fold-out center console. Range is competitive, with the standard battery offering around 340 miles on a full charge, and an optional extended pack pushing that figure up to 400 miles. Fast charging capability allows you to go from 10% to 80% in about 28 minutes, using a 350 kilowatts DC fast charger. Now let's talk tech, and there's a lot of it. The Bel Air features GM's latest iteration of Super Cruise, now updated for urban driving and automated lane changes. It also includes a new AI-powered personal assistant, which learns your driving habits, recommends routes, and even preconditions the cabin before you leave the house. There's also support for wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, over-the-air software updates, and a high-end 18-speaker Bose audio system. Safety features are, of course, state-of-the-art. Expect everything from automatic emergency braking and pedestrian detection to adaptive cruise control and a surround view camera system. The Bel Air also introduces a new driver wellness system that monitors driver fatigue using a combination of cameras and biometric sensors in the steering wheel. If it detects you're drowsy or distracted, it'll gently nudge you with haptic feedback and visual cues. So far, we've talked a lot about what the Bel Air is. But what does it feel like to drive? Chevy says they've tuned the Bel Air for smooth, refined cruising, not just neck-snapping acceleration. The ride is composed, thanks to adaptive air suspension and active noise cancellation that creates a near-silent cabin experience. The steering is light but precise, and there's a clear emphasis on isolation and comfort over raw sportiness. Think of it more as a modern-day Riviera than a Corvette. That said, the SS version turns things up a notch with a stiffer suspension, launch control, and a simulated exhaust sound that mimics the rumble of a classic V8. A purely artificial, but surprisingly convincing customization plays a big role in the Bel Air's appeal. Chevy offers several retro-inspired color options like Harbor Mist Blue, Sunset Coral, and Jet Black Metallic. You can also get two-tone roof finishes, chrome delete packages, and even vintage-style steel wheels. Though most buyers will probably go with the modern alloy designs, Chevy has made it clear that the 2026 Bel Air is not just a niche product or a limited release. This is a volume model, aimed squarely at buyers who want luxury, heritage, and technology in a single package. Pricing starts around $52,000 for the base model, with the SS topping out close to $72,000 fully loaded. Will it be enough to take on the likes of Tesla, BMW, or Lucid? Time will tell. But one thing's for sure, the Bel Air name is no longer just a memory from the past. It's a real, rolling piece of Chevrolet's future, and it's got the tech, looks, and performance to match. So, what does this all mean for the future of Chevy? In many ways, the Bel Air represents a turning point. It shows that legacy brands don't have to abandon their heritage to stay relevant. Instead, they can reinterpret it, bring it forward, and make it work for a new generation of drivers. And while some purists might balk at the idea of an electric Bel Air with no V8 under the hood, there's no denying that Chevy's taken a bold step, one that honors the past without being shackled to it. And really, isn't that what car culture is all about? Evolving, innovating, remembering but never standing still. Let us know in the comments what you think about the 2026 Bel Air. Would you drive one? Do you think Chevy nailed the balance between retro and future? And if you had to choose between this and something like the Model S, what would you go for? As always, don't forget to like the video, subscribe for more deep dives into the cars of tomorrow, and hit that bell so you don't miss what's next. This has been Car Craze, where every day we are driving into the future.